What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, another interesting video for you here on the channel. Today is my Saturday night's main event predictions. Now, this video is probably shorter than usual. Also, I feel like my camera is kind of off-centered, so let's put that there. This is going to be shorter than usual because there's 4 matches. Usually there's a card with 5, maybe another prediction here and there. There's 4 matches, and they're all pretty predictable. Now, there's only one match that I'm going probably against what people say, and I'll explain why for a little bit. But yeah, Saturday night's main event has definitely proven to be a glorified house show. So if you want to watch Saturday night's main event, or if you sadly cannot, you probably aren't missing anything insane, but you are probably missing just little things for storyline-wise, something cool. So yeah, we're going to go through, kind of talk about it, but there's not really that much to say. So first off, we're going to start from easiest predictable to hardest to predict. John Cena versus R-Truth, and I'm pretty sure this isn't even for the championship. What do you think's going to happen? Now, I'll talk about some stuff that could happen. Maybe it's Randy Orton coming to go against him so that they can set up something else at Money in the Bank for a rematch. Maybe it's Cody Rhodes coming to save R-Truth. This should be a squash match, but it's probably going to be just a funny match. It's just going to be funny. They could go the Gunther and Pat McAfee way, where it's R-Truth kind of easily could lose, but John Cena's still going to go. But no matter what, John Cena will be the winner. And if somehow R-Truth wins, WWE, man, going to throw me for a loop. But ultimately, it has to be John Cena. I don't see any other way that he loses. It's John Cena. Jey Uso versus Logan Paul is another pretty easy one for me. So let's talk about some things that we have to kind of consider. 1, Logan Paul has gotten the upper hand on Jey Uso every single time recently. 2, Logan Paul has been the top person that they've been kind of hinting towards this June 9th PLE. Or not June 9th PLE, June 9th Raw with Gunther, which ultimately I'm going to make a video on, and I'm going to say why I think that's happening. They've been kind of hinting towards him, which is probably just a red herring. So Jey Uso is going to be the one to win. It also makes sense to go Jey Uso versus Gunther again, which I ultimately believe a Goldberg or a cash-in could happen if they already have set something 3 weeks ahead for a Raw. Kind of reminds me of the Io Sky and Rhea Ripley thing. So I go and kind of set up, and I think it's Jey Uso. I think, again, we have to think this. It's kind of like a house show. It's really mostly not really changing anything. Nothing crazy happens. You can look at the past, the past couple Saturday night's main events. I don't remember the exact card for the last one, but I do. Jacob Fatu, Braun Strowman, Cody, and KO happened? Or was it the contract signing? I think the contract signing. Oh, that's why that past match had 4 matches. Rhea and somebody else. I think Rhea and Io. Or Rhea and somebody. I don't remember who now. It wasn't Liv. Rhea and somebody. Then you had Jey Uso versus Gunther, where a lot of us thought Jey Uso was going to win. And I think should have been maybe the call if Jey Uso ultimately win the title. So maybe you could give Gunther the Royal Rumble win. Would have been pretty cool. And then you can look at previous ones. Nothing changed on that. Everyone thought maybe KO would lose or win against Cody Rhodes. Didn't happen, obviously. So yeah, I think ultimately Jey Uso is winning this. And I don't really expect a title change to happen. That's why I have it here. CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker would have been my most unpredictable one, but there's one that I'm kind of a little bit more questionable about because it's probably fair. So here's the thing on this one. I'll give you some reasons why they should win. CM Punk. Well, actually, let me say this. Recently, Punk and Sami Zayn have gone over on Seth and Braun Breaker, so that could give a hint to Seth and Braun. I'll give you a lot of reasons why Seth and Braun should win. New faction, up and coming, Braun Breaker especially on there. The heels. Usually, that means they should probably win because the baby faces can take some losses. Do I think CM Punk's going to take the pin? No. I think Sami Zayn, if anything, would take the pin. But at the same time, you might want to build Sami Zayn for Night of Champions. You might want to build CM Punk for SummerSlam, Money in the Bank if he's going against John Cena, which I ultimately don't think is going to be the case. So I am going to say Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. I really do believe that Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker could really... I think this... You know what? I'm sorry, Jey Uso and Logan Paul, and it kind of shows me that this is probably not the best PLE to watch, but I really believe that Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, CM Punk, Sami Zayn should probably main event. Like, this is a huge tag team match that's been building up since WrestleMania. I would put this as the main event, but of course the championship's online, makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I expect this. I don't expect that much shenanigans. You can maybe have Paul Heyman intervene a little bit. Maybe, oh my gosh, maybe Roman comes back, but I doubt it. You could have, I don't know. I just think, truthfully, I don't see a new member debuting unless Logan Paul helps, which makes no sense in my eyes. I think that's going to be the red herring for who's going to be the new member. Maybe it is Austin Theory at the end of the day, but he's been social babyface. Ethan Page has been kind of off NXT TV. Yeah, so I ultimately am going to say that it's Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, and I don't think there's a chance as somebody else. Now we're talking about the one that I'm 50-50 on. Dang, 6 minutes and 25 seconds in the video, and that's crazy because there's only 4 matches that I need to predict, and it's pretty predictable. Shorter video for you here. So here's the thing. This feud has been going on for, in my opinion, a little far too long. Since you could say April 2024, but ultimately, it just got to end. And so this is where I'm kind of at. I think Drew McIntyre needs to win the feud / needs to win this match. I know people want Damian Priest to win because, counting the math, Damian Priest has lost, Drew McIntyre has won. It means Damian Priest probably win a 1-1 series trilogy. Drew McIntyre probably going over. Where would it happen? Maybe Money in the Bank. Could make a lot of sense, but what's after a steel cage match? Just street fight and worse? I don't know. I ultimately think that this has to kind of end. And Damian Priest has said in kind of Raws that it kind of has to end. I just don't want Drew taking the pin. I think ultimately Drew needs to keep on going to get a title reign. So I keep going back and forth. I keep thinking it makes sense that they want to protect Damian here. But then I keep going back and thinking, you know, Finn and Damian Priest, we thought we were going to get a trilogy. We didn't. Instead, we got Finn and Damian winning twice. I kind of feel the same thing here. I feel like Drew's going to win twice. So I have Drew McIntyre here. I think his promo skills has been way better. I don't think he should lose to Damian Priest if Damian Priest have been the one to screw him multiple times. I'm going Drew McIntyre. I really am, and I think it should be Drew McIntyre. I don't want to see this match again, and I don't know what they could do to make me more interested in it, truthfully. So I'm going Drew McIntyre, but I'm not going to lie, I'm probably going against the consensus. I think a lot of people pick Damian, and I don't blame you. I feel more confident if I would pick Damian, but I'm going to go Drew because I have a feeling that if they're already doing a steel cage match, then I could kind of see that they're maybe at the end of this. And Damian did say the end. So if this is the end, I don't want them to finish with a 1-1 series. I want Drew to ultimately, why can I not say words? Ultimately win. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.